Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco, Dish Out on the Movies. Today we are doing this evening I should say, we are doing the 11th episode of Hell's Kitchen Season 24. And the title of it is Charity Dinner from Hell. And the reason why it's charity is because they featured two charities in the customer base outside on the floor, from Stand Up for Cancer and Feeding America.
First off, I think that the title was a huge missed opportunity. You know what I would have called the episode? Birthday from Hell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah.
Suck on that, Chef Gordon.
And they mentioned it, like, how many times?
Boom!
2, at least. 3, maybe?
See, Safi?
It was Jaden's birthday.
There's got to be certain, I'm a little bit more creative than most people, so, you really got to get people like me to get the titles that we need. Birthday from Hell literally fits the whole episode. The charity dinner from Hell is like 10 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, because all the people
kidding.
seem to, all of them like their food.
Yeah.
And even some of them got it a little bit late.
It wasn't even that bad of a service either.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
So, I really think Birthday from Hell would have been a lot more fitting.
Yeah.
Especially since Jaden had to do the punishment and he got sent home at the end. So it's like he had the Birthday from Hell. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Plus, well, we'll talk about it, but...
My birthday's in a week.
Yeah.
A week and 1 day.
Right.
And I'll be the same age as Jaden was on the show.
That's right.
That he turned.
That's right.
Which is surprising because he looks a little bit older, but he always looks like a kid in the principal's office.
Yeah. Okay, well, we start off and we've got this little competition between the red and the blue team. And what they had to do was, I was very scatterbrained, but I mean, they made it work. They had to do 4, what would you call it, Chinese style parts of a dinner. And the one was stir fry, then there was dumplings, then there was noodles, and the last, not necessarily in the right order, it was sweet and sour. And so what they would do, I think this was and it was only, the whole dinner had to take, the whole cooking of it for everybody had to be 45 minutes, I believe. And so what they did was they had 2 chefs, and they kind of do this in Master Chef, only not as, I don't think it's every, I don't know, it doesn't seem as stressful, but they have 2 chefs from each side, and they work on, let's say, the stir fry. And they come in for 15, and then the next 2 chefs from the team come in, and then another 15, they go out. I mean, they have to completely leave. And you can't, they really, he let them get away a little bit with communicating. But, I mean, they can't just stand there going, well, I have this going in the pan, and whatever. And so, go ahead, Marco. Pick it up from there.
Where do I pick it up?
You pick it up from what happened?
I don't know. Stuff happened. I mean, I was kind of preoccupied. I was playing a game the entire episode. But, nothing much really happened, though. Like, this was... Because I have an eye to where, like, I can spot things. And I know this because earlier... Safi had me play this game where I had to tell the differences between these 2 pictures. She said it was too hard.
Well, I thought this particular picture was very detailed.
I was just buzzing through the levels, and she was like, Marco, give me my phone back. And I was like, oh, I guess you don't want to win. But, like, what the point is that usually, like, I can spot things. Like, I can spot when interesting things happen, things of note. I'm like a pattern detector, and I just didn't really have any interesting... There wasn't really much of anything interesting that happened in this episode. Like,
okay, well, let me...
The challenge was fine. The dinner service was fine. The big things of note is mainly the fact that Anthony sucked and Jaden sucked. And then the women's team had a really interesting moment during service. And I know that this is jumping ahead, but I'm just trying, because I don't really
He gets mad at me for doing this, but he does it, and everything's fine.
It's because I don't have anything else to say, so I might as well say this one part right now. There was a part where Gordon was asking Lisa for something during the service, and Anaya answered for her. And Gordon got upset, and he said, Shut the fuck up, bitch.
He didn't say it like that, okay?
But I'm talking to Lisa.
He did get on her.
And also Lisa got her arm burned a little bit. The Kool-Aid girl, she got a little too excited. She had this, was it grease or was it oil?
I think it was,
or was
the
it
oil
water?
With the they had to cook scallops. This was the dinner service.
She got a little too excited making the scallops, and something happened with the oil in the pan, and it squirted out, and she went like, "Oh yeah!" and it squirted out, and Lisa was like, "Ah!" and she was like, "Oh no!"
She did. Know? I do want to bring up the fact
the
that
Kool-Aid
kind
girl
of freaked me out. Lisa has this very ornate tat on her arm. It's like, I don't know if it had part of the hand, but it's the wrist up to at least the elbow. I mean, this is like very, very ornamental. She happened to mention, "Oh, they got my $500 tattoo." Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was cringeworthy.
That freaked me out.
It was also cringeworthy how Kool-Aid girl, she was almost like she didn't even care. She was just like, "Ooh, ooh, oh yeah."
She felt really bad.
It splashed out, and she's like,
she had a glove on, and she put it on her arm, but Lisa didn't really act like, we've seen this, where somebody's been injured by being, burned or something, and she didn't act like it fazed her that much.
You know what I think she could do, the Kool-Aid girl? Here's a couple of business ideas. She could dress up as a pitcher of Kool-Aid, and she could do either private dinners or cooking courses as the Kool-Aid girl. So she would go, "Oh yeah, you ready to get started? Ready to make some scallops? Oh yeah, let's get them in the pan." Or she could dress up as a Roblox character, and she could do like a Roblox roleplay dinner. So everyone comes to this dinner cosplaying as Roblox characters, and the whole environment looks like Legos, the food looks like Legos, and you have the Kool-Aid girl, she looks like a Lego, and she could go, "Oh yeah, we ready for some Roblox?" What do you think of that, Safi?
Well, she does. She looks like the Minecraft. She's right out of Minecraft. So
you want to go back to the challenge?
We'll go back to the challenge. And okay, Jaden. Now I'm not sure if this is in the right order. I think it is, but that doesn't matter. Jaden and Anaya did the stir fry, and they both got a point. Jada and Anthony. Oh, that doesn't make sense. It can't be that.
Really?
Okay, so I'll just say the sweet and the sour was Henry or Lisa, and Lisa got it because the guy who, I'm sorry, the person who was the judge was called, and maybe you all know who it is.
I had no idea
I've never heard of him.
No idea.
He used to work for Chef Ramsay. He has a British accent. His name was Buddha Lowe, and they all seem to know who he was. So
his name sounds like a cult leader or a scam artist.
But he was very nice, and I thought very fair.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
And I thought, they've had some judges which we've talked about. I don't think it's been this season, but that last season, there was one in particular
at the end
who was biased.
Yeah.
And this guy was I thought he was very fair, and you would, if you got judged by him, you would respect what he said no matter what. So Lisa won that round because Henry's looked too American or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it either looked and or tasted too American.
It was such a retarded criticism, though. You know,
Don't
like,
ask me.
could you imagine, like, eating, like, because we just had pizza for dinner. Pizza is Italian, comes from Italy, comes from Italian people. Could you imagine an Italian judge coming to America, tasting a really well-made pizza in Hell's Kitchen, and saying, you know what, this tastes too American. I'm not going to give him the point. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, he didn't say it like that.
There's all sorts of styles of cuisine.
He said it in a different way, but Lisa said, if a Chinese person says it tastes too, does it look Chinese or does it taste Chinese, that's a bad thing.
I don't think so. I think
that's what she said. I don't know.
I'm going to Panda Express on my birthday. That's like Americanized Chinese food. It's really good.
Okay, then we have the noodles. And that's Ellie. Is it Ellie and Anthony?
Yeah, the
Ellie
Kool-Aid
and
girl
Anthony.
won.
And this
she
was the
won.
first time she had won
And
against
so,
Anthony.
When she won, she went, oh, yeah!
But the problem with Anthony's, and this came up when they were cooking, when they were doing it, he had too salty of a broth. And I remember somebody said something about that to him. And he had assured them that he had fixed it. And he didn't.
Yeah.
So Ellie got the point. She was very happy because she hadn't done it before. And the dumplings, the dumplings were actually first, but Jada won. And I don't remember who she was against. I should know. But she won the dumplings. So, but what ended up happening was...
Jada kind of looks like a dumpling.
I don't like her. I think she's full of herself. But anyway, the women won by 1 point. You know, there's not that many people left now, so you're talking about like 4-3 or something. It wasn't that big of a thing. So
I know what happened. Anaya won, and the person she went up against won as well. They tied.
They both got
Did you
it.
mention that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. See, guys, that's how much this episode was kind of a nothing burger.
But that was the only quote contest between two chefs where they both won.
Yeah.
All the rest were either or.
So
Okay.
the losing team had to do stuff with compost.
They had to make a compost box, and they had all the stuff so they had to do drilling.
Ugh.
And actually put them together. They're wooden boxes.
I would have kind of enjoyed that because I think it's a good thing to do.
Would you like to have gone through the trash and picked out the food scraps
No.
to put? Well, that's the other part of
But
what they had to do.
Are there do you think there'd be maggots at that point?
I don't know. It's so fresh.
Ugh.
They probably do this every day.
If it's fresh, then I don't think it'd be as bad as like if there's maggots. If there,
I think it stunk though.
I have a thing about maggots that'd be really bad. Definitely could not do Fear Factor, but Jaden had to do all this on his
It was his birthday.
I think that Chef Gordon should have said something. I think he should have said something like, Jaden, I'm so sorry you have to do compost on your birthday. You know, like, because he's a little special child. And then the women, what did they get to do, Safi?
Well, they got to go to a very large center for Mashantucket tribal, the Mashantucket tribe, which I didn't hear how long they had been in the area, but it was a long time, many hundreds of years. And so they made they had carved out a canoe, and they made some kind of drink in it. I don't know what it was. And all the women.
It was all roofied.
No, they wouldn't have been able to work that evening.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid out of the canoe.
But they had a Mashantucket guy who they don't go through all that, but he gave the tour, talk to him about them.
Did you get the feeling? Because I thought, I kind of I like museums. I haven't been to one in like a long time, but like,
Yeah.
because of allergy, I don't know if I would have bad allergy. I don't think I would have bad allergy issues, but you never know.
Well, they've got to keep everything so clean, unless it was some kind of two-bit place.
The guy who was doing the tour, he had this kind of air about him, like he was judging everyone. Like he's
a really big guy.
He's like, you are all here on our land, and I'm gonna tell you about history. He was very serious. Maybe he was nervous or something, but it was really funny.
Well, maybe because he wanted to. He was proud. He's proud of being Mashatucket, and I'm sure none of them had ever. I have never heard of a Mashatucket tribe. Of course, we don't live on the East Coast, and maybe if you live on the East Coast, you would hear about them, but in some way.
You know what tribe Ellie comes from?
the Minecraft tribe.
The Kool-Aid tribe.
Okay.
She comes from the Kool-Aid.
All right. Well, so that's that. So then we get to the dinner, and I really didn't understand what they were doing.
I didn't understand it either. I think maybe here's what they did. They had to do basically a similar thing from the challenge where corresponding people had to make the same dish, had to prepare the same dish. I really don't know. I could not understand. It wasn't really very exciting or interesting. And basically what happened, the whole service was Jaden did not do very well and Anthony didn't do very well, excuse me.
Well, it was a 5-course meal.
Yeah.
So they all started out with scallops, and that was okay.
There you go.
Everybody's was okay. Then the next thing was capellini, which are noodles, and lobster. And the red team got it out first, but the blue team was kind of lagging. And Henry says, Anthony is saying a lot of words without a lot of directions.
Yeah, he did.
And I think this might have been Then what happened is they had to put out all the plates and line them up on the, I don't know what you call it, the serving counter. And they were missing one, which is a terrible, stupid, childish mistake in their eyes, I think. And that was Jaden had not counted the plates. So they had to go back and get another plate.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah. And then we come to course 3, or whatever. Duck and fried rice. And apparently, and maybe you all know this, the protein of duck, it has to, when they cook it, it has to rest longer than other proteins. Why? I don't know.
I don't
either. If it
either.
doesn't, I don't know what happens. They did say
the world's gonna end.
There was too much fluid coming out when he cut it. That it was too juicy. So I don't know if that's what they mean. If it doesn't rest long enough, then it won't be juice all over the plate getting into everything. I don't know if that's it or not.
I really like duck. We used to have this restaurant called the Wellington Grill, which I guess they went out of business because nobody would want to work for them anymore. But they had really good duck. They had a really good duck dish, and I had their duck over the years. And it's probably like the only time that I've ever had duck, because there's not a lot of places that serve it, and it was really, really good though. All the times that I had it. So what a shame that place went out of business. Right, Safi? What do you think?
Well,
you didn't like Wellington Grill though. You didn't like them.
No, but anyway, apparently when you put the duck on the plate, it was like cut in half, lengthwise, sorry. And then it had to be, there might have been something else on the plate, but it was fried rice, of course. You had to have the 5-spice sauce. And Jade forgot about that too. So he had to run up to that serving counter I talked about, that real long counter, and he had to make a circle of fluid of 5-spice sauce on all the plates that he missed. And I don't know how many that was. Next is vegetables, asparagus and carrots. Now, if you know about this, asparagus cooks faster than carrots. So what is it that you don't want to do? You don't want to put them in the same pan, because what you're going to end up doing is asparagus will overcook because it doesn't take as long to cook, and then carrots, well, it'll just mess up the whole thing. So even that Jada girl who's on the blue team went there a long time ago. You know, she said, don't put them in the same pan. And I think Jaden and they showed it, the pan. It had both things. She said, I told you not to put them in the same pan. So they had to fix that. That's the last course until the dessert. We have one more course, which this is unusual. They haven't really had any dessert. And if they have, we haven't seen it. And I don't know what it was exactly. It was some kind of souffle. And then I don't know if that was whipped cream or what, but and I think there was some fruit involved. And I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
Creme brulee.
No, but there was fruit. That's the crust on top.
No, but I'm going to talk about the creme brulee. So, Anaya was really excited about making this because she's like, oh yeah, here's another point I can show off. And then she broke the machine.
Well, it might have just broke on its own.
No, she broke it. You could see, I mean, come on, Safi.
What do you think she did to break it?
I don't know. She looked at
this happens. We have it in our own home.
She looked at it funny and it said, fuck you, and it just broke. We've
gone through so many coffee makers, it's not even funny.
Safi, you better not mention the coffee. Because the coffee, I don't know. but she broke it, so they had to go get a new one.
Because they were, okay, this is what kills me. We have this, Hell's Kitchen. They're making food for these charity people. They can use a mixer or a beater to make whipped cream, which I think that's what they were doing. Either egg whites or whipped cream, but either one, you have to have a beater. But when you're on MasterChef, they don't let you do that. You have to hand do it. You have to, it's like you have to show that you're...
That was for a challenge.
That's fucking, oh, sorry.
Oh, God!
It's ridiculous.
Wow!
It's ridiculous. You can't make, you're taking forever. And it's I don't like it. It's childish.
That was a challenge.
And ignorant. I don't like it.
It was not the cooking, it was the challenge.
But anyway, Chef Ramsay just had Henry take over another mixer, and it was okay. He didn't get mad or anything. It broke.
What I thought was
funny.
funny
They managed to get it out. Okay.
What I thought was funny was the fact that this is one of the rare times they had issues on Hell's Kitchen with desserts.
Yeah, well, they never make dessert.
Yeah, usually they never make any desserts, so it's like, well, here you go. And so the men's team lost, and Jaden and Anthony went up because both of them were trash. And Jaden, he always looks like he's checked out. Gordon says he has like this fire, this energy, but he doesn't. I
never see that either.
He doesn't have any energy. He's like Eugene from Your Honor.
Well, he's very quiet.
So yeah, and
very quiet.
He got sent home on his birthday.
But he was very nice about it and very polite, and he didn't, he wasn't. Some people you can tell they're angry or they're just emotional. He was very even about it.
Let's face it, Safi. He was never going to win the season of Hell's Kitchen.
This whole service though was really to test their leadership skills. Chef Ramsay said that.
And he did not have any leadership skills.
In fact, Chef Ramsay said, Jaden, you are not ready to lead, and that's why I have to let you go.
I wonder if he took note of Anaya answering for Lisa, because a leader wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, and also
So-
they had all told him about the problems they have with her behavior.
I really hope she goes home. I don't want to see her in the finals. She does not deserve to be there. She's a mean girl. She's inexperienced. She's too emotional. She's too into herself. She would not make a good leader at all. I would not trust her to lead me on a shopping trip. I would not trust her for anything like that. Ever. Maybe in like a couple of years when she gets more mature.
Well, I think that's the only problem, because I think she is gifted. I think she's a gifted chef.
She is, but she's got a lot of issues. She's kind of like...
She's immature.
She's
though.
like those movie characters, like a character who's like really good at their talent, but then they don't work well with others, and they have personal problems. I guess like Tony Stark from Marvel, Iron Man, but he was a lot better than her, obviously. But like that's kind of like what she's like. Like she needs to mature. She needs to get more mature.
Yeah.
And she can do that away from the kitchen that Gordon is hiring the head chef for.
I think the people in the running right now are Henry and Jada and Lisa. The others, I don't think so.
What about the Kool-Aid girl? Wouldn't you like to see?
No, I don't think so.
Wouldn't like to see her. She'd be great as a leader. She'd be
don't
like,
think so.
"Oh yeah, let's get cooking."
No, I don't think so.
There's this part where they were checking out the canoe, and she's like, "What you cooking in there?" Or she says like, "What you cooking?" She said it in a really funny way. Like, I almost feel like you could clip that little part out. You could have that as like a soundbite. Like, you could do a prank call. You could call like a bunch of different restaurants, and you could just use that clip that she said, "What you cooking in there?" And they'd be like, "What the hell? We're making a potato or this." I don't know. Wouldn't that be funny, Safi? Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that part in the episode?
No.
It was
I
so
was looking
funny.
over it because when we were in...
she got really excited.
When we were in Bukoba, Tanzania, they have the same thing. They have like a canoe, but it's not for canoeing. This thing looked like it could be for canoeing. And they made... they mashed up bananas for banana beer and mixed it with grass at the end as a filter, a screen, and they put in sorghum to ferment it. And so it reminded me of that because it was a wooden dugout canoe, but it was meant for just the banana beer.
Safi went to Africa and she met the last king of Scotland.
No, I didn't. That's a completely different country, and he was away. He escaped to Arabia.
Safi
he's
is
mentally
obsessed. Safi was obsessed with the last king of Scotland.
No, I wasn't. It was really awful.
He loved it. But anyways, I give this episode like a C.
Really?
Plus, no, I'll give it a B.
I'll give it a B.
I'll give it a B. Yeah, it just.
It's really weird too because out in the audience was JoJo Siwa, and some of you I know have to know who that is. And
yeah,
she was in Dancing with the Stars.
She turned straight.
Danced with another girl.
She turned straight.
Recently. That was weird to me, but
was the guy with her? Because I wasn't paying attention.
It was like a group. They were all together as a group.
Well, recently
another woman.
She was on Big Brother. I think it was like Australia or United Kingdom, and it was United Kingdom, and it was so hilarious because she's always been like this huge like gay icon.
I've heard
but then
that.
She was on Big Brother UK with this other guy. And he turned her straight, and ever since then she's been dating him.
Okay.
And I just thought that was hilarious.
Yes. Okay. I don't blame Marco because maybe that's the way they presented it. But it just sounds so asinine.
It was so. They had this really cringeworthy part.
And that's
cringeworthy.
Worthy.
It wasn't cringeworthy. They got together.
But
she grew up. She
In
grew up
other
and
words,
got together with a man.
She must have been like that woman who died and had been with Ellen
They did something really
for
weird.
several years.
They
because
did
she
something.
said she was gay, and then she decided she wasn't gay.
They did something really,
She's
really
dead now,
weird.
I don't
Safi,
know.
you want to know what they did on Big Brother?
No.
After-
What?
They had, I don't know why they did this. They were all dressed up as cats. And there was a cat litter box out in the middle of like the set of the Big Brother set.
Yeah.
And so JoJo went to the bathroom on the litter with the guy next to her. And then that guy went to the bathroom on the litter as well.
That is disgusting. Is that what they were supposed to do?
No, I think they just did it for fun because they both were turned on by each other or something. Like, it was really
God,
weird.
That is revolting,
They showed the whole
childish.
thing. They showed the whole thing on camera, and I was like, oh my God, those two, she's definitely not gay. She's totally straight because there's no way that a gay woman would do that in front of a guy. You know, like that.
Know.
Like, it was so bizarre.
Just doing it, period, and on camera.
That was weird. That was really
God,
weird.
That was disgusting.
He did it too. They did it in the same
care.
litter.
It's both disgusting.
It was a big litter box, and then after she was done, she covered it with the litter. She'd used the litter to put it on the litter.
Okay, that's revolting.
And then those two hooked up, and actually, it was so hilarious. He's really proud of himself that he got her to change over because, and I'm saying change over because she's bisexual, but like it's just funny to say it like that. He posted a picture of them in bed together after they had sex, and they're both naked, and he's like, look at my little beanie or something. Like, he posted, and she was asleep. She was asleep on his shoulder. He didn't show the nudity or anything. But it was so weird. Like, why would you take a picture in this moment? You know, like, this is a private moment. Like, and so I thought that was hilarious. Okay. That's the story of JoJo.
Okay, that's enough. Well,
what do you think?
She was the only one I recognized in the group.
What do you think,
Safi?
There
were two different charities there. She's the only one I recognized.
Are you proud of her for maturing a little bit?
That's just BS, okay?
Why?
I'm not going to listen to that. So
Why?
Anyway, we both gave the episode a B, and I said who my favorites, and I think Marco agrees. You know, I think in the end they'll have two contestants, and one of them will be able to open the door and they win. So we'll see what happens. But it's getting down to the wire. I didn't mention the girl who has Crohn's disease.
The Queen of the Crones.
Because she did something during the service. Oh, they were supposed to have fried rice, and she was setting it up to make boiled rice, which I didn't know. I thought you had to cook rice first in order to fry it.
Oh yeah, and you know what else happened in the Big Brother?
I don't know.
Mickey Rourke was on the Big Brother with them, and and this was so hilarious that this happened all in the same show. He threatened JoJo. He said he was going to rape her and turn her straight.
He said that?
He didn't say it like that, but he said something like that.
You're not even supposed to say
he
that
said
word
he was
on
gonna.
YouTube.
He said it. Who cares?
Well,
he said he was gonna do that.
monetized.
He said he was gonna do that. It's just so funny that after because he was kicked off the show because they're a bunch of pussies. He got kicked off the show for not doing anything bad.
But he's very raw.
He was just being weird. He's Mickey Rourke. I mean, he looks like a fucking weirdo. He looks like Sasquatch was a person. Okay, but like after he left, that's when she fell in love with that guy. So it was just so hilarious after he was on there making fun of her that like she immediately got together with that guy, and then after they're still together, Safi.
Okay, great.
It's been like a year.
Okay, I don't care.
And, oh yeah, and no, that's not the worst part. The worst part is that the whole time she was on Big Brother, she was supposedly with another woman already. So she was cheating on the woman that she was with, and she dumped the woman that she was with at the premiere of the show or something.
Okay. That's enough.
That was brutal.
Okay, so anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and become one of our subscribers. We've been adding a few at a time. And if you'd like to see Marco's short, join his Patreon. You can see his new short. He did all by himself, all the special effects, hired the actors, directed the actors, acted in it himself. He did it in color and he did it in black and white. And I suggest, if you have a chance to see, because, they do have movies nowadays, old ones where, they were in black and white and they colorized them and you can see both versions. So this is different as a modern movie that you could see, and it's short, so you're not going to invest hours and hours, but you can see them both in color and black and white, and you should join up and watch them and give them some feedback and tell them which one you like the best.
I put it in black and white because I think that it's kind of like a Twilight Zone kind of episode or kind of a short. So I thought that making it black and white would really, fit with that. What you could even do, too, is you could watch the inspiration for the short, or one of the inspirations, which was a Twilight Zone episode, and then you could watch the black and white version of the movie, so both things are black and white, and that could be really fun. And then the color is actually inspired by Goosebumps. It's Goosebumps, it's Twilight Zone, it's very fun. And there's also an hour and 40 minutes of behind the scenes footage and bonus videos that you will never see on this channel. Safi?
That's it.
Do you hope that JoJo stays with that guy?
I don't care about JoJo.
What do you think about that?
I just mentioned her because she's the only one I knew.
Isn't that funny, Safi? She kind of looks like a chipmunk, she's kind of, I think that there's some people where, they just don't know what they are, like they're just like totally kind of like whatever, and I think she's like that because the way that she just switched over and got with that guy was really weird and so random.
Well, I think Marco mentions this. Like, this really has absolutely nothing to do with the episode.
It's more entertaining to talk about,
we do a lot of surveys, and this just freaks me out. It says, okay, we need to know, how old you are, and then they'll ask you, or, what race you are, and then they'll say,
what do you put?
Are you married? No, wait, no, not that. Are you...
I put that I'm Asian because I actually am part Asian. So
he's part Filipino. Well, I do. I put but we're white, but we're descended from a Spanish.
Yeah, but I got some Asian on the inside. So.
Oh Lord. So what is it? You're a male, female, non-binary. Wow, there was some other kind of weird thing.
They should have another option that says that you're retarded, because that's
you can't say that. Don't say that anymore.
That's what would fit. Retard.
Kicked off of the effing.
Oh,
YouTube.
Safi, get over it.
So anyway, but I've been wanting so badly to put I'm an alien from another planet.
Are you?
I think it'd be so funny to put that.
Are you?
So tempted.
Are you an alien?
But they'll get mad at you. You have to when you answer these. I mean, just these basic, it's just part of the what do you call it, classification, part of the surveys, the basic classification. You have to be consistent. Like every one of them, you have to say you're female or whatever. Every one of them, you have to say you're married or single, whatever. You have to be consistent or they'll get mad at you. And they won't even let you fill out the survey. They might even kick you out of the off the app.
No, because sometimes you can do an accidental answer, I've done that several times.
But I would love to write I'm an alien from another planet, because those choices are it's just so queer. I don't like it.
It is very retarded.
I can't, and these choice they had. Usually it's male, female. Oh God, they had the thing transgender male, transgender female, non-binary, and then underneath that was something about almost like, I don't know
Retarded.
what I am. You're
It's retarded.
whatever it is.
That's what it is.
It just says some kind of weird, and that would have been the place to go. Or even there's some. This is where you can write down, I'm an alien from another planet, because, or something else, and then you fill in the blank.
I'm gonna identify as Chef Gordon.
Marco.
Hello, I'm Chef Gordon.
Okay, so that's
This
it,
is
everybody. Goodbye.
my British accent.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm British.